Welcome back, YouTube, to another FIFA content video. So today's video we are doing Real Madrid FIFA 20 predictions. These are my predictions for this season for Real Madrid, which they had a really bad season, so there's gonna be a lot of drops in rating for sure. That will be happening. And you know, a lot of players, like I think most part of Real Madrid's players were all really low this season, the last season, and hopefully this season coming up. You know, as a Real Madrid fan, personally, I wish and hope the best for the team this year. Even though we have a young squad and we have some experienced players, but compared to other squads that are out there in PSG or Barcelona or Atletico, they're pretty formed up. And you know, it's interesting to see how FIFA 20 is going to give them the rating for some of these players. So to start it off, guys, we will be doing the goalkeepers. Personally, sad to see Keylor Navas leave Madrid after such a good years, and honestly, wow, one of the best goalkeepers after Casillas, to be honest. This guy was unreal. It was unbelievable, and there's nothing you could say to him. Like, you know, he left at the glory. He left at the top. There's no more you could say to him. And let's start off with Courtois. Courtois is a good goalkeeper. Not saying he's bad, but he concedes a lot of goals, especially that he's so tall. Every goal last season that happened in Madrid was right through his legs or around the bottom. And personally, it was just not his season. It was, hopefully this year changes up, and it just wasn't. And personally, that's why I think his rating is going to go down as a -1, so he's going to be stuck at 89 now. In my opinion, I think that might happen. Now we go with the new Frenchman, Arbeloa. Good PSG goalie. Not the best one out there, but for sure, you know, I feel like his rating is going to stay the same and nothing's going to change. So personally, I think, you know, he'll be at 81. Not much I could say from him. He came from PSG, and not sure how the ratings are going to look for him. The next we could start with our right backs and left backs. Personally, Carvajal has been one of the key players in Madrid, and he has done a lot for the team. He stepped up in big moments, and that's why I feel he'll go up 1. He did get a winter upgrade, which is an 85, so I think he'll stay at 85. Odriozola, he came into the team, and personally, he did okay. It's not like he did something extraordinary or something bad, but like I feel like he's just gonna stay at the same rating. And let's go with Marcelo. Marcelo, this is a big one. He definitely will drop at least 1 due to the fact that the last coach that he had, Lutopegui, he didn't want him to play at all. Like, you know, he rather chose a young kid. He was really good, and you know, he was set a lot, and he had a lot of setbacks. So personally, I think he's gonna go -1. Then we have the new Frenchman Mendy coming into the team. This is a really huge sign for them. He's young, fast, has good potential, good attacking, good defending, and his old team, Lyon, he was a 79, and I think this year, after all he did in the year for Lyon, I think his rating will go to an 82. That's my opinion, and I think that would be the good +3 for Mendy. And personally, he's a fantastic player, man. I've seen he played the last game against Villarreal, and he was really good on the field. He looked very great. You know, obviously still adapting to the game, but he did really good. Now let's go with the next one. We're gonna go with our center back. Let's start with Eder Militao, the Porto man that came to Real Madrid this season, and he definitely was a big one for Porto, and his rating was a 79 also. So I think he'll definitely go +3 with the season that he had. But hopefully, you know, he gets a chance in Real Madrid. You know, he has to go through Ramos and Varane, which are top dogs in Madrid. And I mean, the Brazilian guy will fit perfectly, especially that he's young. And then let's go with the Capitano, Sergio Ramos. He didn't have a bad season, not a great season. So my opinion, I think he'll stay at 91. If worst case scenario, he'll drop on 1 point, but I don't think no more than that. And let's go with Varane. Varane, key man. He goes from winning the World Cup, playing for Lutopegui. He did good. He had bad off, but it's still, personally, he deserves a +1. He's an OP player, and on FIFA and in real life, he's such a beast, man. And he's only like 26. What more can you ask? Then We go with Nacho Fernandez, which I think Nacho, he's going to stay the same. He's not a starter, but he's also always like the one to replace or any other center backs that are, hurt. He's always the first one to be there, respond, does his job. You can't complain about that. So I feel like he's going to stay at an 83. Let's go with our midfield. Casemiro, besides winning the Copa America and playing under Lutopegui, I feel like he's going to stay the same. Just because he won the Copa America, he's such a key player to Madrid's midfield. He does all the dirty work for them. Then we move on with Toni Kroos, where Toni Kroos didn't have a great season. Like I said, most of these Madrid players did not have a great season. Consistency and gameplay, volume, everything just went downhill. So that's why I think Toni Kroos will go down 1 point. He will not be a 90. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe he could stay the same, but the way the season looked, it looks like most of these players are going to drop at least 1 point. And we go with the Balón de Oro from last year in Modric, when after he won the Balón de Oro, he completely disappeared. He was just long gone cause. Like, he was nowhere near to be found. And that's why I think that he's going to go down 1 point. I don't think he'll go down more than 2. And in my opinion, he'll go for a 90. Then let's move on with the next one. Our next midfielder is Federico Valverde. He was a 73 silver card. I personally think he should get a +2. He played a lot under Lutopegui, and he showed good quality. So hopefully the youngster gets a +2. 75, I think, is a perfect rating for him. He does not have to be a silver card anymore. And the Uruguayan has talent. Hopefully he could keep going with Madrid. Then we're gonna go with the boy Isco. Isco is one of the players that had a big downfall. He's been having his struggles at Madrid. Play, non-play, play, non-play, but he didn't do anything this season. So I also think he'll get a -2. Like, he did get play time, but he also didn't do something fantastic like he usually does. And let's move on with the boy James. James at Bayern Munich had a great first. The second year when the new coach came in, he had a first good half of the season. He was starting, playing, and then Bayern brought a few players in. James got injured. The coach didn't have the confidence anymore. So I feel like that's why James was gonna go down maybe 1 or 2 ratings, but. The Colombian has a fantastic, he's a talented player. Hopefully he could pick up at Madrid again and show his talent, and hopefully under Zidane he gives him opportunities. Let's go with our left wings and our right wing. Let's start with the winger. So we're gonna start with the big man Hazard. Hazard has such a fantastic season at Chelsea, winning the Europa League, and that's why in my opinion he should get a +1. He's always a key player, and hopefully when he starts playing with Madrid, he'll go off the hooks. He'll go turd up in Spain. And also, we're going to go to Gareth Bale. I give him a -1. Bale's a really good player, really important player in Madrid. Unfortunately, his injuries do not help him. But if he gets lower than that, then, it's kind of crazy, because I think maybe 86, 87. There's no way they could bring him down to 85, in my opinion. That would be crazy. But Gareth Bale, he's always, when he plays, he responds. When he plays, he shows his qualities. Just his injuries always set him back. Then we have the boy Marco Asensio. He has not been, well, he did play under Lutopegui. He was playing pretty good, but he lost the rhythm that he had with Zidane when he was playing. And then also he just had a huge knee injury, was going to keep him out for 6 months. And then that's why I give him a -1. He didn't. Again, Madrid players, everyone had a bad season. Then we're going to go with the other leftovers. Right wings, left wings, and Lucas Vazquez, one of the key players for Zidane back then, and then also for Lutopegui. He did play a lot too, but still, he's not showing his quality that he had before. And that's why I give him -1. Then we have Vinicius. Vinicius was a star man last season. This kid is a beast. That's why I give him an 80. He was a 77. I think 80s fits him perfectly. Doesn't need nothing higher than that. Hopefully this season he bursts out and gets, grows as a player and shows his talent like he really is. Then we have Brahim Diaz. He had a future star card. He also had a silver card. His silver card was look at him saying, a 69. I think the kid deserves a 79. He played last year under Lutopegui, and he had good qualities. This kid's gonna be really good once he comes back from injuries. That's why, in my opinion, to go back to gold, not even go back to gold to a gold. I think I give him a +10. 79 is a perfect rating for him. He showed some good qualities, and he's fantastic. I feel like he's gonna be such a good help for Madrid, coming off the bench and helping out. Then we're gonna go with the strikers. We have Rodrigo. I couldn't find Rodrigo's car in FIFA. I don't know why, but my personal opinion, young kid, young star, I think a 75 it will fit perfectly for him. Hopefully show his qualities, and we'll see how it goes out in FIFA 20 and for the rest of the Madrid season. And then we have Mariano. Mariano unfortunately does not have a chance with no one. Personally, he should have stayed out in France where he was ripping it apart, and came back to Madrid was a mistake for him, because Benzema is always the key player for the striker, for Madrid, for any coach. Always confidence, always shows up in big times, and that's why I feel like Mariano did not have a great season. Injuries set him back, so I think he'll get a -1. Then we have the boy Benzema. Benzema threw it off last year. He was the savior of everything in FIFA. He was the savior of everything in, I said FIFA. Whoa. Everything in Real Madrid. He scored all the goals. He was assisting. He was doing the best that he can without Ronaldo. So he showed a big role play. I give him a +1. Maybe he might get a +2, 87. So, the Frenchman hopefully steps up this season. He's always been criticized, but then again, he always shows up at the right time. Then we have the big man, Jovic. Jovic is a huge signing for Madrid. A young kid, hungry to play, ready to show his talent, and he was a 75 when he started FIFA 19, so that's why I'm saying a +5. Maybe I think I put a little lower, but if highest he'll get probably 82. And I hope this year Zidane gives him a playing time. He needs to show his qualities. This kid's talented. In Frankfurt, he destroyed. He did so good. And German league is not an easy league. It's also a pretty challenging league. So for his age and for what he did in Frankfurt is pretty fantastic. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. I will be doing more teams out there. Just leave in the comment, like, share, subscribe, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you. Stay tuned for more. Peace.